Quill, come. Come on. Quill, come on. Come on. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. We're just about ready to roll. Brandon's in the co-pilot seat. Got a little quilp here in my arms. It's nice and cold. We've got another dozen traps in the back and we're going to head out to see what we can find on the second section of this property. I come along this track out here and I see some fresh dog traps right here. So I've set one trap there on the tussock. I've put Brandon out and he went straight up to that tussock and marked on it. So I think it's a pretty good indicator. So we'll just whack one trap there. Looks like one lone dog. On that tree over there. Good. We've got Bungie. What do you got? That Bungie finds. He's good for a sniff. Well, she's going back on this tree again. Okay, they've hit that twice now. Righto. Bungie's marking over there. If nothing else, when I put my dogs out like this, it masks all my scent, and it'll also give the dogs that come through here a reason to pull up and check here, because they'll smell other dogs in their territory. They'll come and start to check their marking spots, and that's where they'll find the traps. Yeah, good. See, there's an old scat there. Right, so this is a really good marking spot. Once you got over here too. Oh yeah, he's interested there too. You'll learn how to do this one day, won't you? Hey? You'll learn how to do this one day. Good. I reckon I'll put 3 traps in here. This is a really good spot. So like a central area. Good dogs. Good dogs. Righto, let's get to work. Both sets are in. 4 sets in for the morning along here. I've only seen signs of one dog, but you might need, 3 or 4 traps to get that dog. You might need one. Berg and Mozzie. Okay. Brandon can't believe that this little upstart is pinching his seat. So he'll get over there and try and sit in his spot. And when he sits on the little old quilt bites him on the arundungle. And yeah, only takes a couple of nips and old Brandon gets back over in the back again. Looks like Quilp's going to own the front seat. Righto, we're heading out to check the trap we put in yesterday here in the goat paddock. 16,500 acres or something like that of predator fence. Yeah, and the dogs are in here. They reckon some of them were in here when they finished fencing, but there's definitely ones coming through, so I'm hoping for at least one dog today. I think we have got the sets in good enough places, there's enough sign. I'm hoping for one, we could get two. Let's see how close I can come. What do you reckon, Brandon? Hey? Only 8%? Brandon, what's the inflation rate, Brandon? We've got a dog. Get along here. Last night. So that's good. We've got a dog here overnight, so not far down here to the next trap set, to the first trap sets, and if we don't get the dog down here, I'll set up some back up here. This dog might be working in close to the cattle yards. What the heck are they, Brandon? That's the first time Brandon's ever seen a goat. Brandon, what's that, Brandon? Mossy, what is that, Mossy? We've got wild goats and Wagyu. I think two of the things in this world that dingoes most like to eat. Let's see what we've had through here. We've had a dog over the top of our tracks, right? One trap set there with urine, nothing. Let's walk right here, 6 feet away, right along the track. This one over here, not sure what I'll put on that one. Again, hasn't gone near, right along the track. Interesting. It's always interesting. Okay. Dog hasn't reacted to those. Wonder why. Okay. Not the right lure, or he's cagey. Came through here too quickly. Maybe he was on the track of a goat. Could have been a lot of things why that dog didn't respond. Interesting. Well, then he might come along here tomorrow and you catch him straight away. Give the traps a little bit of time. Might have been a little bit too much of my scent here for a start. That dog's just been cautious. Little goats here ahead in front of us. Just seems to be a lot of goats that are on the track this morning. 2 sets down here, but all looks peaceful. Coming in on the next set, all looks quiet. Just going along the fence line pretty slow here, checking for any other breaches. There's quite a few places where the cattle are damaging this fence by just standing on it and pushing the meshes down. I'll pull up here and I've got a dog track right along the side of the fence here. I think I might put one just back here at this little bush. As good as any. As I'm rolling along here now, I'm looking at my tracks there from yesterday. We've got a dog on top of it. Right, we've got 3 traps set down here, but I might sort of dose this line up a little bit more on this fence line. We just laid a new pipeline through here, which is always a good place where you got disturbed dirt. I saw a few crows fly up from here, so I got out, got the dogs out, put them up. Wind's blowing across this way. The dogs had a bit of a scout around here, then they weren't real interested, went back to the truck. I got in the gully here, and here's big dog tracks. Anyway, so I went back, got a couple of traps, called for the little troublemaker, couldn't find him. You found a roo carcass, haven't you? That's what the crows were on, and dog kill right here. So they might not come back, but you never know, they might. You're going to be a hunter, mate, aren't you? You really are. Right, we've come right up here onto the fence line. I followed good dog tracks, one really big dog, all the way up here, and I think another one, maybe two, all the way up here to where these new troughs have been put in. So I'll just have a look around this trough over here, see if there's any fresh sign there, and give the dogs a drink, and then I think we'll set this area up here. It's worth a go. What have we got? Sit. Bruise. Looks like a dog there. Hard to say with all these kangaroos, goats, cattle. Dog there. Righto, we'll set up probably back here on the corner, I reckon, in there somewhere. Oh, I've been picking along here slowly for the last hour, looking for sign. I've seen one dog track going way along this fence line, but I'm just marking it all down on the Avenza now. But this country's all, I guess, first time I saw it was 2 days ago. Yesterday morning. I took to Leono's wife there before, and she said she found 2 dingo-bitten goats up here. And all the sign we saw today sort of points to the dogs being on this side of the property. So probably go down here a bit and set some traps down here, and then do this in a big loop if I can. Okay, the dog tracks there, quite fresh. Tracks this morning, so that's good. Guess who took the patch of sand too lightly? Didn't give it enough speed. Look what I've done. Okay, out with a wallaby jack. We'll lift her up and whack something underneath it, and we'll be through here. Hasn't got far to go, just got to go through there. And when I pulled up here, that's what I found. This is where the dogs are coming through. Dog track there, wallaby, and a gap there you could take a bus under. That's where our dogs are coming through on this side. Right, it's about half an hour of messing around. Set 2 traps behind us, there's a big gap in the fence there. I think we'll call that quits for tonight. We'll go up here and I want to put a camera up on this next set, and that'll do us. I think we've got a pretty good coverage now. That's it. I think there's another spot there where they could be going straight under. Roo track, I think. That's Roo. Roo. That's dog. That's dog. Right. Super highway. We'll set another 2 here. Quick, one more trap. Just one more, dog, just I promise, one more. Late start this morning. It's about 7:30. Okay, I've got yakking to the headstock. Righto. Guilty. Had a good yarn about how everything is, and I've got a few tips. There's a dead beast out here. We're going to go out and see if we can find that, and we'll set up off that carcass. After finding the holes in the fence there yesterday, the whole game's changed. We're not chasing dogs that are stuck in this fenced area. We're actually chasing the whole, dogs that are probably using the whole 90,000 acres. So different strategies. It's important now to see what sign I can find on the roads up here. So I'm heading down to check the traps we've put in on the second section of the property. Yesterday I only put in, 4 or 5 traps here. Let's see what tracks are on the road across my tracks from yesterday, and we'll start making some plans. Came along to this little watering point here, and there's just something about it. There's a dam just over here. Really good chance of a dog kicking around here. So I just set one trap here, under those couple of silverleaf ironbark trees. We'll move on and try and find another couple of places now. Try and find this dead carcass. We've come out here a fair way, heck of a long way actually, out on this track to this bore, old windmill and that's here. I looked across and I saw 2 crows fly up, and I thought they were sitting on a log right down low on the ground. I thought, what they're doing sitting over there? Anyway, come over here, and here's this big old red road. He's been worried to death. There's dog tracks around here everywhere. There's crows and everything on top of it. But, there's been a pack of dogs on him, and they worried this big old fella. They haven't taken a feed off him. They just killed him, but I reckon they'll be back. So I think I'll set up over here under that fallen tree. Probably try and keep the cattle off. That'll be one of the hard things. But, interesting. Very interesting. But a good spot. This is a bit of providence, I think. If they've killed this one and they're coming back near the water here, this would be a great place to pick up a dog. Righto, pretty happy with that. Set up 3 sets back there behind me. 3 sets. I'm just going to try and keep the cattle away. I think I've done a good enough job. One thing about this country around here, the buffalo country, she's pretty rough. We'll come back into the creek crossing here. Big sandy creek. And a lot of cattle activity here, a lot of cattle. But it's on this main creek where we've seen most of the signs, so I want to put at least a single trap here, just as a floater. Now, I've just got the idea that I might put it up underneath this tree beside me here, just on the hope that I can put it up there, but the cattle won't get up there and wreck it. So what I want to do is put something like a dominant dog scent on that tree. So something like dominant dog urine, something to make like a dominant dog get up there on top of that and have a sniff at it. So let's try that. We can but try. Make it a habit to check sort of the main leading sort of cattle pads that come out of gullies and whatever when they're heading towards the waters. And I've been checking them all morning and hardly seen a thing. And I got to this one here coming out of this sort of dried up little cattle camp here. And there's tracks of at least 2 dogs going through here fresh. Right on. Worth a couple of traps here. When you can look around and you actually can find dog tracks pretty quick, to me that's an indication that there's a number of dogs here. There's obvious signs. So this is a good spot. Cattle are going to wreck it. What I might do is over here beside the vehicle there's a fallen log and it's got a hole in the branch, so I might put a squeaker in there and put a trap in under the branches there so that hopefully cattle won't get in and wreck it. Right, coming up to a set here that I really did think was going to fire quickly anyway. It doesn't look like it has. Nothing, Brandon. We're not even seeing any tracks over the top of our tracks here today, so the dogs are somewhere else. They're not right here. It's like that, but I saw a track there. It was over my first set of tracks from day one, so we're coming up onto where we've got 2 sets up here. Hang on, it's a set of ears. Yep, little dog. Good one. Righto, here's our first one out of the enclosure. Good stuff. Right. Get him. Righto. Back foot catch, which is interesting. I didn't think I'd get a back foot on that one, but anyway. I think we had a squeaker on this one as well. Wow. Somebody commented the other day there, they said, why do you show loading your rifle or unloading your rifle? It's like, why not? What did I say? Good morning, eh? Nothing like seeing an empty case flicking out. It means you've done something. You've shot something. Right, it's only second night. First dog, so still okay. We've got one trap back there, over there. Right, don't see any tracks on that track. I'll get this fella on the squeaker. Big bitch. Squeaker's still alive. Still operating. Big old girl. Alright, it's quite a fluffy dog. Bit of age too by the looks. The contusion there. Not young. And she's got pups. Try and find those. I'll be somewhere in that creek in those rough little gullies. I think that might have been a bit of magna gland. Good combination, back foot catch in the Jake.